So I'm gonna give everybody like a weekly update in terms of the recap. We week 5 right now in the challenge, and I'm very pumped up because we've actually had, if you guys counted up, we've actually had a testimonial here. We've had another testimonial here. I'm just recorded another testimonial today, and I'm in the process of actually holding off on about I think close to 13 other testimonials right now, just because they're in the final round background checks and a few other positions. So in terms of like what I learned in the last hosting the product manager job hunting challenge in Q1 was basically this. Number one, most people just were not confident in their resume, and that's why they were not applying. So I think I hosted like, it was like a 3 hour group resume review session. And it was actually quite interesting because we hosted the group product manager resume review session. I think it lasted for like about, let me see here, 3 hour. Yeah, it was 3 hours. Oh my gosh, my back was hurting, still hurting from that. But I think the most basic level instructions, a lot of it was like kind of just omitted, or people weren't focused on it. So I was asking all these questions. At first, when I decided to host group resume review sessions, people were kind of like reluctant to the idea, but people were also so curious as to see how everybody else's resume looked like. And I was like, yo, you got to share it if you want to see it. So that's the thing, right? So once we actually had the resumes done, I think it was a placebo effect. We started seeing a lot more interviews come through. Second thing that we actually learned during this time is people were just not applying enough. I actually deliberately had my team not update this job tracker for more than 10 days. I never got one message, and yet there's a lot of people that have access to this resume, this product manager job tracker, where companies are posting up for these roles every single day. And yet, I heard from some people like, I'm applying. And I was like, are you really applying? It's like, yeah. It's like, actually not really, because I don't see the easiest place to go out there and post up that you're interested for the role is actually in the comments, because it is the funniest thing. LinkedIn made a new update in January, which was they're only allowing you to send out, I think unless you have there's like few versions of premium, but for most regular people, only allowing you to send out 5 messages to like strangers or something like that. But there was only 2 people that brought that to my attention, which means that people just were not applying. So starting this week, I'm going to be enforcing, like an Asian tiger mom, a very strict application standard to go out there and apply. The third thing here is, well, looking back at all these different roles here, is companies are still very much hiring, and companies are still very much needing product managers, but people just are not reaching out. And I think it's largely because of a productivity issue or something, but people are not reaching out. And that's actually creating, a very, very big problem, because, people keep saying the market's bad. I don't think the market is bad. I think there's a lot of, and telling yourself that the market is bad is not helping out your situation. It's like, if the market is that bad, then hiring you wouldn't make a difference, right? And then all of a sudden, it's just like, oh yeah, the market's good. That's like you're dating and you're just like, oh, I've given up on this idea of marriage. Okay, well then why don't you go move up into the mountains, just die by yourself, and then you go on a date and it's just like, yeah, I'm still very positive I can find the one. It's like, what are you, a psychopath? Where you can just switch your brains like that? You need to go ahead and actually tell yourself that the market is good, and you also need to go ahead and reinforce that you're actually going to go ahead and make a difference. And you also, like this one here, LM and LP, like so many companies are hiring right now. You need to actually, I think, have some belief that you're going to add some good value into a company, because I've had so many CEOs post up for roles, and yet I don't see a lot of people like reaching out directly to the owners. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? The truth is, you don't think you're going to get a call back. You don't think you're going to get a call back because you don't think you're that good of a product manager, or you don't think that you deserve it, which is actually more the reason why you should be more active in the program. It's very interesting for me to keep people accountable that going into like day 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, now into like day 22, day 27, exactly how many people have like, stopped coming to the challenges, yet how many people have actually exponentially seen their interview count go up. I actually got to the point, there was a few days where I was hosting like a morning session and an evening session. And what I'm just convinced is the majority of the product manager market is no longer that motivated to apply to jobs because they're either too lazy, too overwhelmed, too frustrated, or they just don't give a shit, which is good for all the other product managers that are on the market because the whole market is basically yours for the taking, granted you're willing to go out there and apply. It might sound harsh, but to tell you the truth, that's really not helping out your situation. This job hunt is very mental. You have to decide ultimately for yourself, how do you want to go ahead and feel? Stop procrastinating, stop overthinking it. Starting this week, we're not here to give out motivational knowledge anymore. February is a brand new month, and that means it's a brand new game. I'm going to be stepping it up. Come ready to go ahead and apply. I am going to be enforcing strict and high application standards. There's really no reason why you can't hit like 150 positions in like an hour. I'm going to prove it to you guys. And largely, the positions have already been sourced up for you guys. So what are you waiting for? Just in the time that I've been talking shit right now, I've already scraped up more than 13 rows right here. And if I scroll down a little bit more, I'll get a little bit more. See, 3 days ago. This company's been trying to hire for like the past month. That's also the other thing that I've learned. People have been very selective at the types of companies that they're interviewing at, and that's not helping your situation out. The chief KPI in a job hunt is how much time. Look at this. YouTube product manager position with YouTube podcasts. And then they'll see something like, well, I got to go into the office. Yes, you have to go into the freaking office. Stop pretending that working from home is real work, right? It's the truth. Like, stop. You're not really working in there. That is the fact. People are like, well, like if companies, listen, ask yourself this question. Would you pay yourself $185,000 to $5,000 to work from home? No. If you paid me, it's like, gosh, people pay us $7,000 to join this program and they want to see my face every single day. Why would you think anything different from a company, right? That's the thing. So this year, these are the last 2 quarters to really get a product manager job before everybody goes in their full remote. And there's a lot of implications in that because, like, number one, the local economy takes a hit when people are not showing up to the office. And number two, the other big thing is people want to see your face at the office. And then number three, everybody's already gone back into the office around the world. I mean, I'm in Asia right now. Everybody's 5 days in the office. Every industry is pretty much 5 days in the office. Finance is 5 days in the office. Entertainment is 5 days in the office. Fashion is 5 days in the office. I mean, shit, even as of right now, government is 5 days in the office. So tech feels very, very, very special about not going back into the office. Well, it's totally fine. Oh, yeah. Definitely go ahead and support my friend here, Paola. She is part of my program showing product managers and tech professionals how to monetize their personal brand. Everybody give her some support, please. But, let's knock out this job as soon as possible. So that way you can just start monetizing off your personal brand. There's actually my personal Richard Chen HQ channel. I actually got a lot of freaking support off of doing my apartment tour in Hong Kong. If you guys actually want to see where I'm living at today. This one, I can't believe, this one did pretty well too. I had a panic attack today. Oh my gosh. I was walking through this bridge in Hong Kong. I swear to God, that thing's been there for I don't know how many hundreds of years. But yeah, if you're not that motivated to go out there and get the job, then I totally get it. A job is a job. I mean, that's the reason why I left my job. But if that's the case, let's hurry up, wrap up this job hunt so you can go and just get and just start monetizing off your personal brand. It's actually not that difficult. So many companies are still hiring right now. let's go ahead and let's knock out this role. I'm going to go out there and tag a few more positions for you guys. But if you guys are not hitting them, there's really no point for us to go ahead and actually keep on scraping it, dedicating time and resources doing that, because you guys don't care for it. But let's go ahead and get the job. All these, like, everybody out there, people are watching my people apply and they're still not even applying themselves. That just shows you how much like, I take a look at that and I'm just like, there's just so much opportunity out there that people are just not capitalizing on. So let's go ahead, let's get this job. Let's make 2025 best year ever. Okay. Schedule a call to join the program, and then on top of that, don't forget to subscribe. I got a lot of cool things coming up. I have a resume playlist that's coming out, everything that you need to know about product manager resumes playlist. Okay, subscribe. Talk to you later.